So guys, altcoins are exploding, mainly the AI sector, many coins that we've been talking about on this YouTube channel. And today I want to talk about exactly how you need to be positioning yourself, exactly the price action around Bitcoin and altcoin sentiment around specific sectors and what you need to be doing, as well as overall a broad perspective on the markets and where we're at. Overall though, if you're new to my channel, go to check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since 2023, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on specific indicators and charts you need to be aware of around Bitcoin and altcoins, as well as overall the sentiment and altcoins you need to be focusing on to make those 10, 20, potentially even 50 to 100 X's. Overall, right now, the AI sector is getting a lot of mind share. I have been making some crazy gains, and I want to give you guys my perspective as to what you need to be doing if you're invested in altcoins. Other than that though, let's go ahead and jump into it. So guys, before we jump into altcoins and the AI sector, I want to talk about Bitcoin. As you guys can see, we did see that price action trading sideways since last week before the holidays, and then moving into Monday, now we have a breakout for Bitcoin sitting at around 96,000. I'm still waiting for Bitcoin to make a move. The total 2 chart showing altcoins rip up very significantly compared to the 2021 bull run. And overall guys, there's a whole bunch of news events taking place in the crypto markets. XRP breached $2 about 2 days ago, which was really crazy. A lot of investors were really psyched about that. I saw a lot of people making jokes. And then today, breaking, Grayscale files for a Solana ETF. So guys, there's a whole bunch of news events taking place in the crypto markets, and there's a lot of liquidity shifting just based off of specific assets that are blowing up. But you need to be positioning yourself for altcoins that are ripping up very significantly. As to where we're at in this crypto bull cycle, guys, I give you guys a broad perspective as to where we're at. I like to give you a macro lens as to making these videos on a daily basis, but also try to give you guys a broad perspective on multiple other cycles as to where we're at and how we compare. I saw a great chart from CryptoCon. I recommend you guys go follow him. He says it's simple. Bitcoin breaks above the top line of the Fibonacci Bollinger Bands and the bull market begins. As you guys can see, the red line up above that he's focused on, not the pink line below. And then he goes on to say this is only the first price action we have seen over the top line, and there has been no diminishing cycle to cycle. So many people are eyeing a top in the early 2025, but there's nothing to suggest it shouldn't be business as usual with a top later in that year. The bull market is now officially here, and it's just getting started. So guys, specific indicators around the Fibonacci Bollinger Bands, once we start to break these regions, as you guys can see in previous cycles, that is whenever the bull market tends to begin. And right now we are just starting to hit that specific zone. And you know, we try to keep a broad perspective as well as a macro lens, and seeing specific indicators like this just lets you know that we are about to see a huge shift in the markets. And right now, AI coins, guys, have been ripping exponentially. Crypto God John and many other influencers and calls have been talking about it. Alex Becker, Elio Trades, Miles Dutcher, everyone. Crypto God John's talking about how AI on chain is about to get that next leg up. I saw a great post from Income Sharks as to his perspective on the markets and what's going on with that utility sector, AI sector, that I need you guys to be positioning yourselves in. I'm positioned in it right now, and I'm making crazy gains, and that's that we are just scraping the surface. He goes on to say, do nothing November worked out well. Might have just kept it going. He says, might have to just keep it going in do nothing December. And he pretty much goes on to say that his portfolio trading upwards this month from pretty much doing nothing. And me too. All my coins that I've been invested in, guys, that I've been talking to you guys on this channel, I haven't been doing nothing these past 2-3 months except accumulating ever since a lot of these coins have been taking huge hits. And we saw meme coins rallying super freaking hard, and I talked about it in a specific video, this specific video right here, where pretty much the sentiment was going to shift. Meme coins were rallying so hard, it was burning so bright, but then sooner or later everyone gets tired and there's gonna be a rotation. And right now that rotation is happening in the AI utility zone. Right now he pretty much talked about his perspective on moving into December, but he had a previous post talking about exactly his perspective around the memes and utility. He goes on to say the tortoise utility versus the hare memes. 22 days of do nothing November, all entries shared in October. It took a month of holding nothing and almost zero price action to wait for old man Ethereum to wake up. No memes, no trenches, just patience. And guys, on this YouTube channel, I talk about having a long-term portfolio as well as also playing in those meme trenches, those Solana meme trenches. And I've been playing in there, and whenever I get beat up and, you know, I lose my gains, I can always go look at my long-term portfolio, and it makes me feel really good about myself. And you know, you shouldn't be losing in those Solana trenches. You need to get better. I am making those gains, but I am also making losses. I'm just being transparent with y'all, ups and downs. But right now, we are seeing that shift, guys, into utility, and anyone that isn't exposed into those utility coins right now is getting absolutely shreked and is missing out and is sidelined significantly. And it's really, really crazy. That's why on this YouTube channel, I talk about the specific narratives and perspectives and mindshare that is taking place in the markets. And I drop videos every single day, so you can see that shift that happens consecutively if you guys go watch all of my YouTube videos. I even made a huge allocation out of the meme coins into AI, and I am so happy I did that because I pretty much made practically a 5x on the investment that I had in a meme assets that I would have not seen if I didn't reallocate. So overall, guys, right now the AI sector is exploding, and people that have been exposed to that and honestly didn't do anything are seeing those crazy gains. But with all that being said, I saw a great post from Miles Dutcher talking about exactly, you know, investing, the trader mindset, and just trying to make as much money in rotations. He says, if you're an investor, not a trader, you shouldn't care about nailing rotations. Your goal is to position yourself in quality assets that you believe are fundamentally undervalued and align with the general macro bias beliefs of the market. The money will sort itself out. And you know, as somebody that has a lot of money, Miles Dutcher has a good amount of money, not as much money as, you know, you or I, but overall, you know, he's right. At the end of the day, a lot of us are trying to make those crazy gains. We're trying to make a whole bunch of money, so we're trying to figure out how we can rotate. And you know, even me, I rotated out of the meme coins into the AI sector, and as a result, it paid off very, very well for me. But whenever you're trying to nail all these things, more than likely you're going to get wrecked if you don't know what you're doing, and then you're going to get shreked. You're going to lose out on those gains, and at the end of the day, you're going to lose out on the whole bag. Whereas if you were just allocating to proper positions, real companies that are building real assets and real technology that's going to change the space, then you're really, really going to be better off. This is where you need to have an understanding as to what you want to do, your validation, and just making those gains. Right now, I don't think that you should be selling. I was even talking about it in a few of my other videos. Go check out the rest of those on my perspective. That's why it's so cool to see how my perspective changes on the day-to-day just based off of what's currently taking place. But you know, I don't think you need to be trying to nail all those rotations, guys. I really do agree with Miles Dutcher. But you know, it's easier said than done, especially if you don't have all that capital. You're trying to make those gains because you don't have money to just chill out with. You're trying to make a whole bunch so that you can rotate it and keep making more money. But be wary, guys, because you can lose all your gains by doing that. But overall, as a result, guys, if you look at the crypto markets, all my assets are exploding right now. Conduct is one of my mainly allocated positions, that's the video I talked about whenever I made a huge shift, which it was one of the best decisions I made. Thank you, past me. But overall, right now, guys, if you look at all my AI assets and AI gaming, which Conduct is a mixture of AI and gaming, up for the 7-day, 152%. Hash AI, 84.9%. I actually made a recent video talking about Hash AI and why it's also another one of my main conviction plays, so go watch that video as well. And then Destra up 44.3% for that 7-day. And then Palm AI up 44.7%. And we have a few meme coins here, 23.5% for Brett, and Pepe 16.9%. But right now, AI coins are starting to get the mind share that they deserve. And like that post from Income Sharks, pretty much having the understanding of what utility is versus memes. And he gives the analogy of the tortoise and the hare. If you aren't aware of that story, I don't know how you're not aware of that story. Go get aware of that story. But overall, guys, you know, I think have an understanding of where you want to actually focus on. And right now, guys, utility is one of the main positions that a lot of people are wanting to take, just because it's actually where real value is stored. Of course, memes are going to have their run this cycle. It's going to be a meme cycle, but at the end of the day, a lot of utility coins that aren't in the spotlight are going to get exponential runs. And if you position yourself correctly, that's where you could see those 20, 50, potentially even 100x returns. But overall, guys, with all that being being said, I want to run back through exactly what's going on in the crypto markets, what everyone is saying, in my perspective on what you should be doing. Right now, Bitcoin has broken out of the sideways trade action that we've been seeing from last week before the start of the holidays. And then as you guys can see from that total 2 chart, altcoins have been rallying super freaking hard. There's a whole bunch of news events going on in the crypto markets. XRP breached $2, which has a lot of OG investors really pumped. On top of that, today, Grayscale files for Solana ETF, which is really dope for those Solana bros out there. Even me, I carry some Solana. So, you know, high hopes for exactly the future and what is going to be planned. But this is going to funnel more liquidity in the markets. We looked at exactly where we're at in the crypto cycle based off of those Fibonacci Bollinger Bands. And, you know, pretty much we're breaking out of a specific indicator showing that the bull market is about to begin. And I want you guys to get familiar with these, to have an understanding on a macro lens on these day-to-day videos that I give you, but also a broad perspective on previous cycles and as to where we're at right now. Many influencers and calls are talking about how AI is going to get that next leg up. Multiple influencers and calls, which has a lot of people funneling to these places. Right now, Income Sharks gave a great perspective as to how November played out, the do nothing November mentality, and pretty much the tortoise versus the hare, utility versus memes, and pretty much how we have been growing this past month. I have seen exponential gains in my portfolio, and that's that I haven't been doing anything, guys. Like I said, not playing the trenches, not doing any of that. But with all that being said, Miles Dutcher gave a great perspective as to, you know, if you're not an investor, if you're an investor and not a trader, you shouldn't care about nailing all the rotations. I did a few rotations and I'm glad I did it, but most people that try to do rotations get shreked. And like I said, it's easier said than done, just because if you have a whole bunch of money, you're not trying to nail every rotation. But if you don't have as much capital and you're trying to make those crazy gains, you're trying to get to that next level, you are trying to do that. But understand the ground that you're playing on, guys. It's very risky. Right now, altcoins are ripping up significantly, mainly AI coins. As you guys can see, Condux 152% for the 7-day, Hash AI 84.9%, Destra 44.3%, even Gala in the gaming sector up 43.8%, Palm 44.7%, and much more, guys. We saw some pullbacks earlier today. Multiple calls were actually talking about it, but guys, dips are for buying. Right now, there's a whole bunch of indicators pointing to the fact that altcoins are about to get a huge rip. Bitcoin still needs to break 100,000. Retail still needs to join the party. But right now, you need to be positioning yourself correctly. And I think that the AI sector, guys, is going to be the sector that is going to make millionaires. Now, a whole bunch of other sectors are going to make millionaires: meme coins, RWA, L2 gamings, all these other different, you know, sectors. But at the end of the day, I think the AI sector is so fresh, and a lot of the coins in this specific sector are going to be industry leaders. And if you set yourself up correctly, guys, you can make those crazy gains. But overall, that's currently what's taking place in the crypto markets. News events around Bitcoin, altcoin sentiment on the markets, and what exactly I think you need to be doing. Overall, if you're new to my channel, go check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on specific indicators and charts around Bitcoin and altcoins, as well as overall the sentiment as to what's going on around specific sectors and the altcoins you need to be focusing on. Today, I didn't really talk about specifics around Bitcoin and the total 2 chart, ETH and Bitcoin dominance and all that stuff. Right now, I need you guys to position yourself in the correct sectors so that you can make those crazy gains. And any dips that you see, use them to your advantage, guys. Position yourself correctly and look for validation in the positions that you want to take. Overall, though, if you're new to my channel, drop me a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of my content and my YouTube channel and my perspective on the AI sector. I'm highly allocated to it. Let me know your projects and what you're highly allocated. And also let me know if you guys have any suggestions, questions, or anything else. But other than that, I drop daily content every day, so stay tuned. I'm gonna keep you guys updated on the price action around Bitcoin, altcoins, my specific investments, when I'm selling, and everything else in between, and my whole journey. Overall, though, I really do appreciate all the support you guys show me on this YouTube channel. We're halfway there to getting monetized, so I'm gonna keep dropping my content every single day. And overall, just stay tuned, guys. I appreciate all the support, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.